Over the weekend, a second bus of migrants arrived in New York City from the Texas border. Governor Greg Abbott announced Friday the state would send buses to NYC in addition to Washington, D.C. as part of Operation Lone Star, his border security initiative. The governor's office tells us since the program started, more than 6,500 immigrants have been taken out of the state as part of the voluntary relocation program. Patrick Svitek, political reporter for the Texas Tribune, is joining us. Patrick, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Patrick, when the second bus of migrants arrived in New York City, the mayor was there to greet them, and he had some pretty harsh words for Governor Greg Abbott. Tell us what he said.
He was very critical. He said this is horrific, and like the mayor of Washington, D.C., where Abbott has previously and continues to send migrants on buses, he's called this a cynical ploy in which migrants who are seeking a better life in the United States are being used as effectively political pawns. Of course, Abbott is sending or offering rides to these migrants to try to send a message that these East Coast cities don't care about the influx at the border when it's in their backyard. And so this whole migrant busing situation is obviously steeped in some politics.
Now, Governor Greg Abbott, of course, standing behind his decision, and he's really placing blame on President Joe Biden and his border policies for all of this.
Well, I believe the White House press secretary has denounced this migrant busing program, but you still see some tension between these mayors and the Biden administration in that they are seeking help from the federal government in managing the migrants and asylum seekers, specifically that are coming into their cities on these buses. And so far, the Biden administration doesn't appear too interested in helping. The mayor of Washington, D.C., Muriel Bowser, had asked for the federal government to help by way of deploying the National Guard in the District of Columbia, and the Pentagon had denied that request. And so, while there's certainly a lot of barbs being thrown in Abbott's direction, we're also seeing some tension between the Biden administration and who you would think politically would be natural allies in the mayors of New York City and Washington, D.C.
What do you see for the future of this program? I mean, do you think Texas is just going to continue doing this?
I think I'm interested in seeing whether this program faces any kind of legal challenges. I mean, we've seen, pretty much every aspect of Operation Lone Star is in court in some way because civil rights advocates or immigrant rights advocates have, taken the governor's office to court on it. And so I'm curious to see if somehow this migrant busing program could get stymied in the courts, or if the federal government steps in some way that stops it or prevents it from happening. So, but right now it seems like this program that Abbott has initiated is continuing unabated.
All right. Patrick Svitek, political reporter for the Texas Tribune, we thank you for your time.